When it comes to you selling your business, there's really two things that you need to consider. One, can your team run without you? And two, are you mentally ready for you to exit your business, your process, whatever you have to sell? And what is the Barefoot test? What do you need to know about it? Why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan, coming to you live from Lanikai, Oahu, on a perfect day to talk about business exits and a fantastic day to talk about you. All right, from the very beginning, let's talk about the Barefoot test. The Barefoot test is this. It is your role and responsibility when you go to sell your business to get the maximum multiple that you can. And that's going to come from having what I'm going to refer to as a Titans thesis. That is your ideas, concepts, and strategies put into one place. Now, part of that Titans thesis is what are you going to do at your exit, your retirement? Where are you going to go? But in order to get there, your team has to be able to cover what you do. So that is taking action, that's putting the project or the process into place, that's taking care of problems or issues as they arise, that's taking care of making decisions. So that doesn't happen without standard operating procedures, org charts, and decision bands. So you really do want to make sure this is in place. And the way that you can start by doing this is, at first, what you're going to do is you're going to take a week off and you're going to take a note at the problems and the issues that your organization faces when you're not there. And then you're going to work through them. And then you're going to do this for 2 weeks, and then you're going to work through them. You're going to do it for 3 weeks, and then ultimately at the end of time, what you're going to get to is a month. You want a month away from the office. You want a month away from the office so that you can prove to a buyer that you have a transferable business, that you have something that they want to buy. Okay, and so the Barefoot test is this: can I be barefoot on the beach for 30 days and not have any problems or issues? Or a minor inconvenience may come up, and then you run the test again. But you really want to find out, hey, is my team good to go? Hey, can my team handle what needs to be done? That Barefoot test is huge, because when it comes to you selling and having the conversation with a buyer, you're able to tell them with 100% certainty, I can walk away for an entire month and have zero problems. I can go to Lanikai Beach. That's the Barefoot test. Now, the second part, in conjunction for you, is your test. Are you ready? Do you have the mental wherewithal to say, hey, I'm done, or as they say out here in Hawaii, I'm all pow. I'm done with working on this project, this business, and everything that I have going on, because in my mind, I'm out. And I will share with you that as you take these trips and start this Barefoot test, what you're going to find is there is a shift, and it's a good shift in your head of saying, hey, I believe that I could really walk away and be happy as long as I get X amount. And you're going to fill in whatever that X amount is. You're going to take your EBITDA that you have currently, and then you're going to multiply by 6 or 10, roughly, and then you're going to divide by 2, because that's going to cover your taxes, and that's going to tell you pretty much what you need to hear and what you need to know. And the question is, can you live on that? And if not, then you've got some work to do, and then you're going to rinse and repeat with the Barefoot test to see, hey, can I go spend a month on the beach and not have any problems inside of my business or inside of myself, right? The real question is, hey, can I do this inside of myself too? So there's two parts to this, and they're both super important. And so what are you going to do with your time is part of what are you going to consider when you're taking some of this time off to have this conversation to go the direction that you need to go for a Barefoot test. Right now, currently, I am standing on the beach barefoot in Lanikai with the Mokes behind me. That's the name of those mountains, or those islands. Please start thinking about how do I make sure that I can prove that my business can run without me, because that's going to be one of the questions that you're going to get asked at the level of company that you have. And two, what am I going to do with my time? Because if you can't answer these two questions, you're going to really struggle on the exit, not just financially, but also mentally. Where are you at in the game? What are your expectations? Where are you trying to go? What are you trying to achieve? There you go. Two super important things for you to do if you're like, hey, Scott, I'm kind of curious. What does it look like in the morning? Well, it's not uncommon for people to be out here walking, getting on a stand-up paddleboard, or looking at the sunrise that's coming up right now on a cloudy morning. But look at this. There's nobody here. Usually there's a couple hundred people here in the morning. You want to talk about, hey, this is going to be the beach test. You want to find a good place where you can chill out and figure out the direction that you want to go and what you want to do, and in a place where you're not wearing shoes on the sand. there you go. You got one of 3 things to do from here. Just one of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.